Hello, here I am again from Mum and Dad's conservatory, and this is Clear Out Video Part 2. So last time we had a look at some of my musical toys. Another thing that's great for children being musical and just generally is dancing, because it's fun. So I went to dancing class from when I was about 3 years old, and we're getting rid of all my costumes, so I just thought I'd make a little video of some of my favourites for the amusement of my family and anyone else who who wants to look. So this was my first dancing costume at the Thornton Lecture Hall, as it was then, and I was about 4 years old, and I was a Dutch boy, and we were singing Tulips in Amsterdam. I had a nice little top there, and we were pointing out where we saw the mouse on the stage. Great fun. And then as I got older, the dancing school that I went to, that is now the fabulous Barbara Jackson Theatre Arts, which is really good and sends all sorts of people to television roles and West End stars and all that. We moved to the Opera House in Blackpool, and that's a fantastic theatre with about 2,000 people capacity in the audience. And this is the first costume that I wore there for 42nd Street, so it's very spangly, and I would have worn that with some silver tap shoes and probably some matching pants as well back in the day. It was all very organised like that. This costume, oh, it still fits me. Quite impressed with that. Meow. So this was my first solo I sang on a stage, which was unfortunate because I had no teeth at the time. So I was a Siamese cat, or a Thiamese cat, aged 7, and I had this as well, this little neck piece to show that I was the special cat who got to sing the solo of "We are Siamese, if you please." Brilliant. And that was on the Marine Hall stage in Fleetwood, where there is now a plaque to Alfie Boe, who is also from the Fleetwood area. We did lots of ballet as well. So often when I'm walking around now, people comment on how upright my posture is. That's because of ballet. And being in this number with this lovely tutu that Mrs. Hesford made for me, that was one of my friend's mums, because I didn't have the figure that was made for doing ballet in those days. Everyone else was at least 200% skinnier than me. So Mrs. Hesford, bless her, made me a special tutu in my favourite colour of green. So thank you, Mrs. Hesford, and to Mum for paying for that. It must have cost a fortune. So we danced to Waltz of the Flowers by Tchaikovsky, which is still one of my favourite pieces of music. And this is the one that holds the most memories for me. Little name tags in everything. Rosemary A. Bradford. That's my full name. I used to get called it on Sundays or when I was naughty. Rosemary Ann. That's me. So, gingham number. So, what do you think this could be from? I'll give you a clue. So this dress was worn with the shoes that have been stored in this bag of this well-known 90s retailer, with these shoes. Again, created by my mum. Lots of glitter. It's all over the house for years ahead with these shoes. And I wanted to get them on video because they never made it onto the video night when I did this performance. So it's Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and I was 9 years old, and I was Dorothy, and I got to sing a big solo, and it was all very exciting. The Wicked Witch, or the Good Witch, was a lovely girl, and on video night, she forgot to bring my red shoes on the stage. So there is a video of 9-year-old me looking very confused and slightly annoyed, not having my special shoes to put on. So there we are. I used to jump down in a crowd of munchkins to obscure the fact I was changing my shoes. It's all very high tech. So yeah, here we are, my shoes from the Wizard of Oz. So parting with these with a lot of joy in my heart, remembering a lot of good times. So shout out to everyone else who went to Barbara Jackson's and all the little girls and boys who enjoy going to dancing school at the moment. So I'm looking forward to my students being part of the dancing show that Melanie Edmondson, my friend from the Hub, she's going to be doing a dancing show in February, and my students, my singing students from Happy and Harmony, we're going to do a little number and get involved in that at Darlington Hippodrome. So it'd be nice being back on stage and helping young people, the next generation of young people, go on the stage and have some fun and really enjoy just getting out and about and expressing themselves. So thank you for watching that bit of my childhood, and I really enjoyed that. They can go to the charity shop now. Thank you. Bye.